Welcome back, everybody. The town is on fire and everyone's happy to be here. What is up? Welcome to Sanity Lost. I don't know if I said that already, but I'll say it a third time if I haven't. Welcome to Sanity Lost, the podcast where we play Call of Cthulhu. And to my knowledge, the only podcast that takes place in multiple decades in Centralia.
Probably safe to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can claim that one.
Yeah,
Probably.
No one proved me wrong. It's my only claim to Call of Cthulhu fame right now.
It's almost certainly the only Call of Cthulhu podcast set in Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Nobody Google it and find like some official book somebody did. We don't need to know.
Let us have our moment.
I remember saying this on stream and off I think to like other people, but like I purposely made like a creative decision that if we do a season 2 and any Call of Cthulhu games that I run, it will always be set in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I don't know if we talked about that on recording, but there's enough weird Pennsylvania history for sure that you could absolutely. Yeah, you could absolutely do it.
You could just be the M. Nite Shyamalan of the RPG world.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know if I have enough twists.
That's right. It didn't work out well for him in the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
From what I heard, he kind of had a little resurgence, like with
He did.
Glass and
Yeah, some
Once
of his
he-
newer stuff has been pretty good.
once he got out of Pennsylvania.
I mean, I
One of
think
my-
most of all of that stuff still takes place
I
in
don't know.
Pennsylvania.
One of my friends ran into him in an elevator in Philadelphia.
Did it hurt?
Haha.
You know, it's funny too because he had that movie Devil, which is about being trapped in an elevator with Satan.
I
So
did not
that
see
probably should have been a little bit
Mhm.
more concerning than it
That
was.
that.
Maybe your friend was the inspiration for the movie.
Maybe. No,
Yeah.
that only happened like a year or two ago.
Shami, what is up, Satan?
Speaking of people meeting kind of weird people like that, we found out from my sister that she's a waitress, and she recently served a table that Frank Peretti was at, which is a really random pole out in the middle of like Iowa.
Oh, it took me a second. Like Frank Peretti. Oh,
Yeah.
Frank Peretti. I read a lot of his books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
She and her husband, so she works at this super fancy restaurant that I guess like a bunch of celebrities go to. And then her husband builds boats, like
multi-million
boats.
boats that
for-
like movie stars and people
Who was he
have.
saying? I can't remember.
Frank Peretti.
The Abrams.
JJ
JJ.
Abrams.
Are they brothers? No, who are the brothers?
No, the guys that did the Lego movie.
Yeah.
We have the internet.
We do have the internet. But yeah, it's the two brothers that like do director projects. I can't think of their names.
Movie.
I looked up the Lego movie and they don't have the same last name.
No, they don't. Johnny, that is not the right.
Are they not brothers? Are they just partners?
This isn't the
No.
person.
Maybe that's them. Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Oh man.
They're the
When you
ones
just-
that did all the Marvel movies, right?
Yeah.
The Wachowskis. I don't know if that's their name.
No, they did the Matrix.
All of these people screaming at us.
It's okay. I don't listen to them.
The Russo brothers.
Russo brothers, yeah.
The Russo brothers. Yeah, he made a boat for the Russo brothers.
Yeah, so he builds these boats. He's an incredible craftsman. But anyway, they live like very odd, magical lives while making normal people money, but they just like rub shoulders with all these crazy people.
But
very
it's like a
bizarre.
mountain town out in where is
Idaho.
it? Idaho. Like,
There's
Yeah.
a little town that I drove through when I lived in upstate New York that people told me that this town, like it looks abandoned and ransacked, like, and they're like, no, there's actually like famous authors and like people that live there, and it's like in there, like the inside of the houses, or it must be somewhere off the highway, like
so you're like, not from what I'm seeing.
but like they said that like apparently there's rumors of them going up. The town's called, I don't care if like, I don't know if it's actually true, but it's called Little Russia. And it's
That's
like
the town called? That's a town name?
Yep.
Interesting.
And yeah, I remember driving through there and it looked like abandoned houses. But I don't know, there could have been a turnoff. Like Keene, New York is actually way bigger than like the road I drove through multiple times.
Well, there's like an area out in Indiana, right outside of Indianapolis, where like if you're coming out of Indianapolis, it's like super like poverty, urban, and then you literally just like drive into this neighborhood, like you drive through this neighborhood that's like multi-million-dollar estates. Like you go from like apartments and townhouses and like these tiny like postage stamp homes that like are clearly people can't afford to take care of, and then it's just like, whoa, like these amazing homes, and then like 2 blocks and then it goes right back to really poor Indianapolis. And I feel like that's similar, where like you have no idea, like you're just there and you're like, what? And then it's gone.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
You know what, speaking about rich, this makes this article I just saw on Twitter that I thought would be a fun thing, because like, for people who don't know, John and Elizabeth, they're married. That's why we're able to get them to join. It was a two for one deal. But Nite, I imagine you a very active Tinder user. Why'd you laugh?
Really? You do, huh?
I imagine you're hitting up all. I don't know how Tinder works.
You're swiping lefts.
Yeah,
and
I was
you're
gonna
swiping
say,
right.
You're swiping pentagrams and all the little nubbly wubblies. But anyway,
we can clearly tell that Dave uses Tinder quite frequently.
Yeah, you draw the pentagram, you summon Satan, and then you go out for a couple times and then you leave. And then you do it again a couple months later.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like John is the most active Tinder user among the 4 of us.
Isn't Tinder like never, I'm losing what a funny thing, a funny story about someone that I know who did use Tinder. Speaking about famous people we knew or met, I actually knew this person. I'm pretty sure they don't remember me. But when I lived in upstate New York, we were very involved with the Olympic training center up there, and like I got to know pretty much all the bobsledders and skeleton athletes that went to the, I forget, whatever it was, the Winter Olympics in Russia. But one of the things that's
very weird.
Yeah. And so there was one person, I can't remember her last name, but her name was Brittany, and she would constantly, like, they would ask people like all the time because they needed a brake person to help push the bobsled down. And they asked me, I'm like, I don't even like roller coasters. I'm not going on that. So what she would end up doing is use Tinder and be like, hey, who do you want a hard, fast ride of your life that will have you screaming the whole way down? And like all these guys would be like, yeah, sure. And she's like, okay, meet me here. And then like would just go and like, okay, you're gonna be my brake man.
Catfish them into doing
so she could train.
Oh my god,
that's
amazing.
Here,
That's
put on this jumpsuit.
Tinder. Yeah.
This jumpsuit. You're sitting behind me.
So the reason why I bring up Tinder is that I'm looking at this article right here where I just really hope that there's a typo here.
Oh,
where it
no.
says Tinder announced a new subscription plan called Tinder Select, costing $499 per month.
What?
I
What do you get?
I don't know. I just saw that line.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's
Well.
$4.99. There's no links to it. It's just a quick blurb. I clicked on it to see if there was any like anything to show up.
Yeah.
And pretty much the first thing here is like this person promoting their OnlyFans. Where they're
So
like,
I think we have quite the clickbait to redirect there going on.
I think that actually is indeed a $499 a month thing.
wow.
Really?
Is
What do
Elon
you
running
get?
that too?
The Verge and several other, I'm seeing a few other articles here from other places. Tinder
That are
Select is a
confirming it.
$499 per month plan for Tinder's 1%. An invite-only subscription.
Yeah.
Tinder's 1%. How do you get involved in Tinder's 1%? Does it mean you have to be like super active?
Or it could possibly
so-
be
So
influencers.
here's the apply for Tinder Select. To apply like that, blah blah blah. In order to apply for a select membership, your profile should meet our 5-point select screen for profile quality. You must have 5 interests, 4 pictures, a bio minimum of 15 characters, indicate a relationship goal, and be photo verified.
Okay. So it's not the
Doesn't-
1%. It's just anybody
It's-
who makes an account.
Well, the requirements look relatively basic, but it does say apply. So it's, who knows if that's something that
Yeah.
they're actually being selective about. But I think the $499 per month would self-select pretty well as well on that.
Very confused.
I don't know.
I better be getting like, if I were paying $500 a month for Tinder, I mean, I guess why would I be on Tinder?
That
Either
was
I
going to be
need
my next
like,
question. But go
I
ahead.
either need to be like matched with like a billionaire who I can just like marry tomorrow and then the rest of my life is paid for. I guess if you're, but you're not, people aren't on Tinder to find like long-term relationships. I need to know what I'm getting. What am I
Unless
getting
they
for
have
that
money.
money?
So with Tinder Select, you get access to these unique perks. You can, up to 2 times per week, you can send somebody a direct message without having to match first. You skip the line. People you like will see your profile unblurred and their likes you, even if they don't have gold or platinum. Okay, whatever.
No.
Special status, show off your membership with an exclusive select badge.
No.
See and be seen by Tinder's most sought after profiles.
Yeah.
Member
See,
member
what does
spots
that
are
mean?
limited to less than 1% of users to ensure you receive the most exclusive experience possible. That's what
Okay,
Tinder
I
says
would-
on their website.
I would like to
I
know
have no
who's
idea.
paying for this. That's what I would like to know.
I think we need a palate cleanser. So have fun with that
Oh
as
gosh.
we go back into the town of Centralia.
So nervous.
You've barely even
Oh,
touched a Wallace and
gosh.
Grommet.
Johnny, I need you to make me more
Oh.
breakfast, I think.
Yeah, you want terrifying breakfast?
What is even in there? Olives,
Those are probably half a hard-boiled egg, maybe, for the eyes.
potatoes.
Yep.
for listeners and viewers, because I'm not putting this in any format because that
Wallace is a
required me to do more
pita.
work.
Also, I want
is-
all of the listeners to know that potatoes are vegetables.
Okay, you
That
can
is
keep
all.
you can stop lying.
That is all.
It is the claymation heroes Wallace and Gromit made into
Eggs and toast.
Eggs and toast, yeah. But
So
anyway,
go Google eggs and toast Wallace and Gromit and you'll find them.
or Wallace and Gromelet.
Gromelet. Have fun spelling them.
But any poops, we the last we left off is we had somebody who had was it Dwayne, Darren, Devin, as you can tell, What?
Daryl. It was
Daryl.
Daryl.
I thought you said Gamero, and I'm like, who? Guillermo del Toro.
Camaro.
Yeah, he would have been
Camaro. It was Camaro.
he would have been alive by now, right? Guillermo del Toro. Someone else can look that up.
Know.
But anyway, this guy runs in and says that the mines are on fire, and everyone's shocked, and like the announcer music cuts away. And as I once again click that portion of the screen. There we go. And Tilly's just like, what do you? He's like, well, and like Daryl continues like, it's more like, well, we saw smoke. We're inspecting it now, coming from one of the mines, but we just wanted to warn people, some of the workers and stuff, to just to be aware, and like that's why I can't find anything. I was still on Twitter. I'm like, where's all my character things? And as Buck's like, okay, and like is like, all right, I'm going up here. I'll go check the mines. And like he's like, I'll go up with my son, and he looks over to you, Kale, and is like, I'll send George if I need backup. Okay, if it's just smoke, maybe it's just nothing that we need to worry about.
Would walkie-talkies be a thing at this particular time?
Actually, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
because they had
it seems like
walkie-talkies
it'd be
in
about
World
the
War
right
II.
time.
So
it
he's
seems
like,
like it'd be something. So
yeah,
it'd be like, I'll ready for the car. I'll get it in a minute. I'll get it shortly and make sure I have it on ready.
Yeah, he's like, so, and he kind of says that, and he looks at Tilly. He's like, if you want to grab yours as well, and no need to ruin the festivities. I heard you guys have a parade. I'll go check this out, and I'll take my son and a few other people just to go check it out. And Tilly's like, okay, yeah, if you don't mind doing that. And he says that, and pretty much Tilly's like, well, yeah, Melissa here put on a parade, scheduled a parade for us, to just kick off the festivities. So sorry for that scare. We'll get it taken care of, and if anything changes, we'll let y'all know. So hey, and Melissa is just like, yes. So if you guys just want to come out to Main Street, we will go from there. And like everyone's like, oh, okay, and like just starts like slowly moving out there, and like gathering their kids and going forward. Cora, I will say, if you're looking, you don't know where Timmy went. Timmy's gone. Like,
he's not in here.
If he was, he's no longer here.
Kid. Okay.
And then Sarah comes over and just to you, Kale, and just like, sorry if I spoke up out of turn, but I don't know. Like, we already were here for a little cookout.
I was just surprised to see you here this time of day. And
did Mom not tell you we were coming? And Rose is like,
no.
Whoops. And then like you guys can hear, oh wow, that's a lot louder in my ears. Yeah, you hear like noises outside, like this outside. But it's like muffled.
I'm happy to see you, and pulls her in for a hug, and I'm surprised and happy.
Yeah, no.
I feel like you have every bit as much right to skip as any of us do.
Mm-hmm. I'm so surprised the scary man behind you didn't talk.
Yeah, well,
she definitely said it loud enough for Skip to hear.
Is Skip hearing in general right now?
Not over this cacophony of circus
Cacophony of circus music.
Yeah. So you guys gonna go out and look at the? It's up to you if you're gonna watch the parade.
Yeah. I think Cora also comes up to Sarah and like gives her a hug and just does kind of the greeting and then turns back to Skep and is like, "Come on, you're with us for the day, whether you like it or not."
Can I bring the microphone?
No. You need to. Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Go back. Back.
I'm sorry if I got a little out of hand. It's the stage. It calls.
Well, it'll
Well,
call
more
you
the
later
microphone
tonight
does.
too. So come on, let's
Oh.
go.
Oh.
No, I figure whatever. Go and do a late night review of the. Oh, maybe that's what she says to him. She's like, "Well, listen, you can go and jump on once they know something about the mines. I'm sure everyone will be waiting with bated breath for your."
Oh,
No.
a different jump button. Let's go look at the parade. So,
Hey Ash, you're not on the radio right now. You can cut the show mode.
the show always goes on.
I just
Who is this
I just see like
person?
it's something that goes back and forth pretty regularly.
No.
Just gotta give them. I'm like,
No,
yay.
hold on. Just give. Okay. So, shall we go look at the parade?
Cora like hangs back for a second and just kind of like touches Caleb's arm and kind of like whispers to him and like, "How serious do you think this is?"
Can't say. I mean, seeing smoke out of if he saw stuff from the mines, that can't be good.
When was
But-
the last time something caught on fire there? It's been a while, right?
We don't catch things on fire. It's coal. It's gonna burn if we catch it on fire. We don't want that. There's a lot of effort that goes into making sure it doesn't get caught on fire.
Yeah. Well, all right. And then, Cora just kind of goes to head out.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head out, and there's like a small group of kids like playing some music and stuff, going through. Someone saw the Discord message.
Not metagaming.
I'm messing. But anyway, yeah, you guys like get a place. As you just see, like, it's not a huge school band. It's like probably just as much as we hear in the song, like a trumpet, a few like drums, and like just a small marching band that's going through. And then we have like a few other kind of groups coming, just kind of walking through, just going through it. Just some are throwing candied, like homemade candies out to like the kids that are running, that are near there, and just every time the song starts, I just think of VeggieTales. Yeah, there's also like a kid. There's like a booth that's like throwing potatoes, saying they're a vegetable, and no one's picking them up. but yeah, so they keep going through, and you see somehow the mayor got in like an open back, like an open vehicle. I'm totally forgetting what they're called.
Like a pickup truck?
No, well, you know what? A pickup truck makes more sense than like one of those softback cars that have the
Oh, like a
collapsible-
convertible.
convertible. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I can see this being more of a thing. And now I'm like, when did JFK get shot?
Oh, gosh.
Was that in the 60s?
Yes.
Hey, there might have. This was the test ground because all of us not joking.
Oh, gosh.
We're hitting all the historical events. But yeah, he's going down. He's waving. His wife is there. And Skip, not Skip, sorry, you're Skip. This is when Well, Skip, are you standing with that? Did they force you to come with them, or what are you doing?
Yeah, Skip's kind of like he's out there, but sort of standing towards the back, and he is kind of looking around to see when he can sneak away without anybody noticing.
Yeah. So, like, maybe you're looking around for that, and this is when Ashley leans down. He's like, "I didn't tell Cora, but they did ask me if I wanted to ride in one of the cars."
What? Why didn't you?
I think Cora would have been mad if I double dipped on my duties.
I mean, I guess.
Come on, Skippy. There had to be a person in your life that made your heart aflutter.
Not really. I mean, I spent my younger years devoted to the military, and there's not a whole lot of options after I moved into this town, so that's just not in the cards for me.
Now, that seems a little bit unfair because, well, I found somebody, and so did your other friends. Caleb, he has Rose. There's plenty of people that found some. Were you actually looking?
I looked enough for what I needed.
I think you need to meet my friend down at the station. She is mainly as lonely as you. I don't think she has friends either, so I think you guys would be an excellent match.
Skip turns around and starts walking away.
Cora, your friend's leaving.
Skip, where are you going? Cora turns to Ashley like, what did you say?
I just said I thought of somebody he would. You remember Carolyn from the studio? I thought she would be a good match.
Why?
She has 32 cats. She needs someone to help.
Caleb, as Skip is walking away, Caleb was trailing slightly behind Cora coming out. Caleb is going to be grabbing Skip like, "You're not going anywhere. You're coming with me."
Just keep me away from the weird guy.
This is what I think almost every campaign where John plays a character, it's the rest of the party babysitting his character to stay relevant.
To stay with us.
I had to create Susan for him to stay focused.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Lore would have just disappeared and never come back. Would have met Ash and just been like, "Yeah, I don't get paid enough for this."
I'm good, thanks.
If you guys want to know who that is, go look at the YouTube channel. But yeah, you guys are going there, and it's like the vibe has actually changed to the parade. Like while that conversation was going on and everything, you guys look up. There's actually like clowns, like all walking up and down the main street as I'm in the complete wrong file on my phone. There it is. But yeah, it's like it's not like a one-for-one copy of Uncle Buster, but it looks like close to like what the article wrote of Uncle Buster stuff. And as these clowns are walking down the main street, and then like let's see, I want everyone give me I don't know if it'd be a spot hidden or I'm trying to think what kind of everyone give me an intelligence check, because like as you guys are making this check, you see this small person walk up from the crowd in a top hat and like a what looks like a 5 o'clock shadow in his this oversized coat, just walking with a baton. What did everyone roll?
I rolled a 42 under 60.
All right.
52 under 70.
I rolled a 70 on 70.
Okay. Skip, you in your studies, I think you would have recognized like this looks like Uncle Buster. And like all three of you guys are like, why is Uncle Buster here? But then what did everyone get like a regular success?
42 under 60, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be regular.
Okay. I think it's enough to notice this, where you're like, that's a kid. Like, that's somebody's child that is dressed up like Uncle Buster. And so maybe you guys are like, maybe definitely Caleb and Cora did like a double what? And like you can roll for Sarah.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Cora looks over at Caleb and like her eye, like she is on fire, and she just makes eye contact with him, and she's like, seriously? They thought this would be a good idea?
Yeah, I'm not amused either. This, I can only assume that this is that commerce lady's idea of she arranged this, but this is she's way out of line with this.
Cora's gonna start looking for Melissa.
No,
Okay.
don't go after her right now. Like Caleb just sees her start looking, like just senses like, no, this is not the place. We will handle this. This is not the place.
And like Caleb, you hear Rose like, Sarah, you okay? And like you hear like like her hyperventilating, like eyes locked on like
Clearly.
the child.
Yeah, Cora runs over and like gets down on her level and like
And
makes
punches
eye
a child?
contact. No, she makes eye contact. Like she's like in her eyes, and she's like, Sarah, right here. You're right here.
Question.
The kid. Do I know who it is?
No, you didn't roll well enough.
Okay.
Question though.
Yeah.
Cora ran?
Well, I'm assuming she's right there. I
I'm
walked
I'm just
quickly.
making sure. Just
Yeah,
hobbled over.
hobbled over quickly.
If there's gonna be anything in there, like Caleb, get my wheelchair.
Yeah, eventually.
Carry
Yeah,
me.
she's like
No.
holding Sarah by her shoulders and is, you know, like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just like, you're safe. We're here. It's just a kid. This is a bad joke. A really bad joke. It's not him.
Let's see. Give me a persuade roll or a psychology.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right thing, but it sounds like it would be a thing.
Oh yeah, that's a
There's
24
not a
under
comfort skill.
85.
Yeah. So is that
There's also not a comfort skill.
yeah? You don't comfort in Cthulhu. Was that a hard success?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that like you just hear like, sorry, little
Okay.
people freak me out. No, she doesn't say that, but she's like, she closes her eyes and like she looks to her husband, and who's there? I think she has a kid, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Right.
she like kind of whispers in her husband's ear and just like, and then like turns to Rose like, do you think we just can go to your house and we can meet? And she's like, yeah, let's start preparing food. And like, she's like, Rose looks at you and is like, I'll take her back to the house and you just meet up with us later, okay? And she looks over to you. Like, I'm gonna say that you guys feel free to change this as if you want, but Rose and would have invited everybody in the call, like, and their families over if you guys wanted to.
Sure.
She's like, yeah. So, it's like, yeah, you guys are all invited, and Skip, you better come, okay?
Fine.
Don't worry, I got. What is like a food? What is like a cookout food that Skip like would love?
Cookout food. Get your reel into hot dogs.
All right, she's like, I got some special hot dogs. Okay, just for
And
you.
that, like, Skip's eyes perk up a little bit. He's like, all right.
Yeah. Okay. So you just gotta come. You gotta come over and talk with us, and he's like, don't worry. Matchmaking is not allowed at the Winter household. Like, looking at Ashley.
Skip's like, right. Yeah. But you're gonna have hot dogs, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I bought. So she's like, okay, Sarah, let's go. And they kind of head off. And one thing I want to just like clarify, because it is fun making jokes and just saying that Cora's gonna need a wheelchair. In my head canon, and feel free to correct me, Elizabeth, but I imagine she walks she's able to walk like House when he has his cane. Like, he's still able to get around, but like
Yep.
he's
a
got
little
a completely
bit slower and limpy.
he's a different thing, but from the little bit I know of that show. So at this point, like, the clowns have kind of passed, and like we see like another like very well done looking pickup truck with Melissa and like a few of the other like business council members in there. And then like they pass by with them waving, and then there's
Cora's just like glaring at her while they pass, very obviously.
Yeah, I would. Ashley's becoming the new Timmy. He's like, do you want to throw this egg at her?
Yes, actually I do. Where did you get an egg?
I am
Caleb intercepts this like
trade
no,
secrets.
No,
Don't worry.
I want this
I
just
have
as much
two.
as you, but no. This
Hold
will
up.
not help our case.
If
She
only
doesn't
we
have
had
to know where
someone.
it's coming from.
If only if we had someone that could throw knives. No.
Yeah, where's that kid of mine?
So, well, yeah, maybe that comes up like as a slight joke, and if you want to do a spot hidden.
Yeah.
I also want to say anyone that wants to can also do a spot hidden if they're just watching the parade, and like as Melissa passes, we see McConnell and like a few of his sergeants kind of coming down. Like they were able to like borrow some horses to come through from one of the local cities, the local towns, to like put on the parade. But yeah, who's doing
So I rolled a 70 under 72, so passed, but just barely.
Okay.
Caleb rolled an 88 over 69. Even with significantly improving spot hidden, it was still not enough.
He's too worried about those eggs, making sure they don't leave anyone's hands.
Skip, did you roll or you just?
Yeah, I rolled 53 under 70.
Okay. So both Cora and Skip, you spot like the sewer grates there, and you see smoke coming out of them.
Oh.
And
Skip like walks up to Cora and like kind of like nudges her and like head nods like over towards the sewer grate and is like, do you see that?
Yeah. That's strange.
That
Cora
wouldn't-
starts walking towards it.
right.
Skip kind of follows and is like, you don't think that has anything to do with the fire at the mine they were talking about? It couldn't be all the way down here.
That would be crazy. It would also be crazy if there's 2 fires. Can we get close to it? Can
Yeah,
we, like,
I'll
look
say
down?
with your successes, like you're able to spot this like maybe on an adjacent, like maybe an alleyway, like pretty much where there's not a lot of people
Okay.
there. So yeah, you can get over there, and it's definitely smoke coming out.
Okay.
Can you guys give me a list? And anybody that's going over, can you give me a listen
What?
check? Oh, go ahead.
I guess the question there is, does either Cora or Skip point Caleb towards this, since Caleb clearly missed seeing this
Yeah,
smoke?
Caleb's still like, don't throw eggs, as you guys are like
Leaving.
leaving.
I probably noticed that they're kind of wandering off a little bit, but not really thinking too much about it at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't think I would have said it initially, but as like we explore, I'll like call back to him. Okay, I failed that one. I got a 67 over 50 for the listen check.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna try this too, but oh no, 17 under 20.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, so Cora, maybe you don't hear it, but it's like you as you're like waving Caleb over and pointing the smoke out of it at him, and like as you go and inspect it a little bit closer, Skip, you definitely smell the smoke and stuff coming out. But then like faintly you hear like what sounds like a child's voice down there, just like very muffled. It's like just like kind of faintly in there.
Skip kind of does like, a little bit of a double take. And then he looks at Cora and he's like, do you hear that?
No. What do you hear?
There's somebody down there.
What?
I hear somebody crying for help down there.
What? And now Cora is like, Caleb, Ashley, to come over.
So Caleb's definitely
Skip
gonna be.
is like getting down, kind of like on his hands and knees, like trying to get his ear as close to like the grate as he can.
And like you can hear it, like it's still very muffled and it's not very clear, like age or whatever, but it's like it definitely sounds like a younger like help.
Skip looks up at everybody above him. He's like, there's definitely somebody down there. I think it might be a kid.
We have to get down there. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why there's smoke coming out of a grate, but they're not going to be okay if we don't get them out now.
Skip says,
So Caleb seeing the smoke is gonna be like, oh, this is very not good. If there's smoke down here, like those grates should not be smoking like this. We got some big problems if there's smoke here.
Can we get the grate off?
You guys would know where there's like you guys could slip in there if you want, but you also know, like, you guys have been here long enough, and I'm gonna just say with Skip's like the amount of studying he does, like he would know of like an entrance in there to get in. And this
like
is Ash
maintenance entrance.
Yeah,
or
like a
something?
maintenance entrance. It's not very far away.
Yeah, so
but-
Cora's like, we have to get the grate off. We have to get down there.
And Skip says, I think there's a maintenance entryway just nearby. It's not that far away. It's probably going to be easier to get in that way.
Okay, let's go. Ashley, can you go? We need the fire department. We need more help.
Yes. I can do that. I'll go get Tilly and everything.
I need while we're trying to get it to the whoever is trapped down there. I need you to get on the radio and let Buck know that we've got serious problems with as well. But don't like I don't know. Try to stay somewhat discreet on the radio. I don't think we want to alarm too many people quite yet.
Are you giving him your radio?
I would be giving either keys to the truck, or he'd be. I mean, Tilly would also have a radio, so if he's going to get Tilly, then they could use that radio too. Just he needs to get in touch with Buck to let him know.
Yeah. Well, like you, Buck, and Tilly, and like probably the sheriff would all have like a channel set to that.
Yeah, there'd be like a services channel, but I still wouldn't want to have it just broadcast on the radio that there's exactly what's going on. Just it's not it's not private. It may be
just
it may be limited, but it wouldn't be private.
To avoid
panic.
Yeah, panic.
Undue
and
panic.
Chaos.
That's all going to happen, but it's the delay to get control set up.
Yeah. And he's like, yes, I can do that. Talking into a microphone is what some may say I do best. And then he looks at Cora and is like, you have some of your tools, like hinting like maybe you store your gun in his truck and stuff. Like, do you want to bring any of that down, or do you think that's unneeded?
How far away is the truck from where we are now?
It's like in the parking lot. Like you guys were in the parking lot and you just kind of walked out, and so
okay,
it
so
wouldn't,
not too far.
Yeah, like it's not super far.
I guess actually, with that being the case, then I would also have stuff like flashlights and things like that in my vehicle that would probably be very beneficial to grab as well.
Yeah. Cora looks at Skip and she's like, where's the service entrance? We'll meet you there. Get it open so that once we get there we can go.
It's just over. I don't know. I point in a direction. Like,
we'll just say
over that way.
It's on the other. It's like on the back side of Town Hall. We'll just say that.
Okay.
And Town Hall is where you guys had the meeting.
Yep.
Okay.
It's over on the back side of Town Hall. I'll go over there and see if I can get it opened up.
Okay. And so then Cora's gonna head to her car, get her gun. If there's any other like a hunting knife or a flashlight, something like that.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna say, especially the last couple of stuff, like Cora definitely seems like someone who would have a to-go bag. So and like a very much like
knapsack.
And not so much like just filled with clothes and stuff just to like straight up disappear, but more like an emergency kit for that would have like first aid
the everyday
stuff.
Carry.
Yeah.
The EDC before it was an everyday carry.
Yeah.
She was just a year away from patenting it.
Could have made my millions.
So there's that. Not Skip. You're Skip. I keep wanting to say Skip instead of Ash. Ash, he takes a room. He's like, I'll take care of this the best way I can. And out of ear, like he begins to walk away, and he says like, "Attention, service people," and like, it doesn't matter the mic.
He's found his calling.
Mm-hmm. I think also at this point, we'll just say that any family members that you had there, Jillian's with whoever this mystery person that I never named is with.
We did name him.
We did. Well, he was so important, I forgot it. I don't know if you want to look that up.
I will. I'll find it.
But I imagine Sarah's husband like looks at you and she's like, "Well, oh, because like I'm gonna say that your kids also went with Sarah. Like the twins also went with Sarah because they were coming. Oh, not Sarah. Yeah, well, Sarah and Rose back. Back to the house. Or how about what Daniel goes back with your mom. Daniel goes back with Rose. David's still there, and Sarah's husband offers to take David back to your house. And he's like, Dad, is everything gonna be okay?
I mean, I'm sure it'll be okay in the end, but well, I gotta figure out what's going on right now. How about you go with Logan back to the house and get the grill fired up for lunch a little later. I'm sure we'll figure out what's going on pretty quick.
I didn't know his name was Logan.
I know you didn't, but I did.
I
have Sarah's sheet up. I have Sarah's sheet up.
I probably could have opened the sheet up as well.
But you wouldn't have known that it's in there unless you'd looked at the sheet.
I see her name as one of the characters, and I know that she's very short. But yeah, she's like, okay, yeah, I'll go help Mom and everybody back home, make sure that everything's okay. And then he pulls out a rocket launcher.
Oh, jeez.
I got this from Uncle Tim.
Tim's an arms dealer.
He graduated from police. He graduated from the SSD to the black market. He's a gun runner. That's why no one ever hears from him.
Yeah.
The big twist, Tim is Theodore.
Oh,
that would be a big twist.
All right. So yeah, they head off. Skip, as Ashley said before, has no one that is close in his life, probably except for the people that give him hot dogs.
Sucker for a good hot dog.
And Cora, Ashley's going off, and all your children are grown, and one you don't know is apparently here and have no clue where he is. So, so yeah, you guys are going to get that. Skip, you turn around and pretty much like you get there, and you would know maybe like in scoping this place out earlier, just getting close to the lay of the land, that normally this is locked by a chain. But as you turn the corner, like maybe this comes to your mind as you turn the corner, but you see that the chain is cut and the door, like the entrance is open to go down.
Uh-oh.
And there's smoke kind of light, like it's not like a thick plume of smoke. It's definitely like a just you, it's enough to notice.
Yeah, but more wispy. Yeah, it's not like pouring out of the door.
Yeah, but it's definitely like a darker smoke.
Right. Skip's going to call, hey, can you hear me? And see if anybody responds.
You don't get a response, but like you're still able to hear the calls for help, but it's like now that you have like a more direct like kind of entrance, it's still very faint, and like it was like a miracle that you heard it.
Right.
And we'll say at this point, this CNC show up.
Okay.
Caleb and Cora.
CNC sound machine. All right. As they come up, Skip's like, I can still hear them in there. I called out, but they didn't reply. Also, this door, it looks like the chain was cut, or
Oh.
somebody got in here.
Gosh. Okay, we have to get in there.
Do
Oh.
either of you guys have like a light or anything?
Cora pulls out her flashlight. She also
You
has
said Caleb
handkerchiefs.
also. I was thinking the same thing, that Caleb would have grabbed the same thing.
She like hand skip
And-
a handkerchief. Just like tie this
And
around
also
your
wet
face.
wet them down a bit too, to help with cutting the smoke.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so,
Skip's kind of like takes it and it's like, oh yeah, good thinking.
and Caleb would have also handed an extra flashlight to Skip because, Caleb works in the mines and has. Well, he works in the mine. He has a kind of a. I see Caleb as, even though
You've got one of those like
on the
everyday
mechanical
carry
side.
pocket setups with flashlights in every pocket.
Well, I can see kind of a standard equipment, especially for anyone that's higher up in the mine, to have basically a set of rescue gear that stays in every vehicle that they're in.
Right.
Because you never know when you're going to need it, and if you need it now. So, I see Caleb having everything you would need to at least investigate, if not potentially not go super deep in anything, but at least investigate and see what's going on.
Right.
All right, we're going in.
Yeah, Skip takes the flashlight.
Right as before you go in, Caleb, your radio like kind of comes to life as you hear Buck come over, and he's just like, Caleb, channel, like, go to our channel, like, and you would know what that is, like, and do you?
Oh yeah, I would definitely be.
Okay.
I'd cue on and it's like 1 second, switch channels over.
Mm-hmm. And like, as you call in, and he's just like, I heard the call of what wait a second, hold on, would you still have your radio? Because you gave yours to.
No, because Ashley was meeting up with
Tilly's.
Tilly, and you was going to call out with using Tilly's radio. Was going to call over to Buck from there.
Okay, well, let me
I
roll to see.
I guess.
Well, we'll say maybe you just did a quick call, like Tilly, Ash needs to come talk with you, and we'll say that, and then that would have covered the couple. Like, he got over there in a couple minutes, and then we'll go from there. Because I thought you gave your radio to him.
No, my initial thought was that the radio would be more of like a fixed radio in the vehicle, but I guess if it kind of makes sense to have a handheld radio of some variety as well,
Mm-hmm.
but it might
maybe
not
you have a
as much
portable
range.
one, and maybe you have the one in the truck that he's calling over, and then you have like kind of a more portable one, which right before you go under.
But I wouldn't have had the portable radio with me in the town hall. That I wouldn't like. That I don't carry that all the time, but it'd be something that's in the vehicle that I would have grabbed.
Would you have grabbed it as you grabbed everything else?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to go in an unknown situation without having the radio at that point.
Yep. So Buck's like, something doesn't feel right about this. We have the smoke up here. We have the fire department. We're not able to get fully to it, but the mine is on fire, and we heard that there's apparently.
Yeah, we got bigger problems than just that. There's smoke in town too.
Okay. Well, as soon as knowing you, I'm guessing you and your friends are going in. So keep in touch. Yes.
It sounds like there might be somebody trapped in this side. That we're about to hit the service entrance and over on this side to utility entrance to see if we can see what's going on. We're not going to go far if there's too much smoke. We just don't have the equipment with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Make sure, definitely keep yourself safe. But it's. Something doesn't feel right about this. Like, we haven't had a fire in almost 30 years, and all of a sudden we have two.
I mean, if it's actually two and not something that's connected, having smoke in town, that there shouldn't be anywhere in town that can do that.
Let's hope not.
There
So,
shouldn't be anything that's open to cause that.
okay. Well, keep in touch. Just be careful. Just if it gets too dangerous, I don't feel like you guys have to be a hero. I feel like I'm saying this to the wrong people. You guys
how
are good
we
people.
are.
Yes. Just remember, you're older than you were now. So
Yeah, and I'm not going to let them go too deep. I know the mines, and I haven't been over in this area in quite some time, but it's we can't go very far if the smoke gets too thick. We can't go anywhere anyway. We won't be able to see or breathe.
yeah, just keep in touch. All right.
Yep, I'll ping Mayor and have him come over, head this direction to act as a relay if we need it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then he's like, okay, I gotta go. We're still trying to get to the fire. And he kind of heads out and if you switch back to the main thing, you just hear Ashley just and that's right, there is smoke coming from the ground. And maybe Corey hears that as you're switching back over, and it's just oh goodness.
It's supposed to be discreet.
Yeah.
But-
Well,
Before we actually go in, Caleb's gonna hop on the main main comm channel and ping the mayor and say something along the lines. Mayor, make your way over towards service entrance for relay purpose. And they have I'm sure some plans that would be in place that the mayor would know why he's needed in that general area and so forth.
Yeah. And I want to say, you gotta wait 5 minutes for Ashley to stop talking. Where he's and for now, we will be taking a word from our sponsors.
oh my gosh.
So, but yeah. And then I guess you guys go underground.
Yeah.
We start walking in.
Yeah.
See ya. What'd you say, Skip?
I just said slowly.
And as you guys enter down there, your shoes pinging off the metal walkway. We'll see y'all next week.
Good.
Great.
Bye,
Next
everybody.
time.
If there is one.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a year. We're bored now, so
Yeah, we're done. We'll never find out.
use your
I feel like-
imagination. Figure out the rest of the story.
I feel like I'm walking into a terrible reenactment of It. That's how I feel right now.
Well,
Right?
If it makes you feel any better, I never watched it.
It
So,
doesn't. It doesn't make
might
me feel any
only
better.
be worse.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Uh-huh.
define worse. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
it's past some people's bedtime, so
Girl.
talk to y'all later. Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.